The Type 15, or Black Panther light tank, is China's latest armored vehicle to be introduced into service as part of its ambitious modernization program. Compared to their own Type 96 and Type 99 main battle tanks, the Black Panther is lighter, coming up at around 32 tons, with better mobility, speed, and improved performance at high altitude levels with lower oxygen. It is also known that China has especially developed this light tank for plateau combat against neighboring India. Both countries have had territorial disputes for decades, and China has recently deployed this new tank on the Tibetan plateau, ready to attack at any moment's notice. Modern Chinese tanks. As of 2020, most military analysts estimated that China had a collection of over 7,000 main battle tanks, and that number didn't even consider other armored vehicles from the People's Liberation Army, or PLA. Although impressive, most of these vehicles are outdated versions of Soviet Union-era T-series vehicles, such as the battle-tested T-54 heavy tank, and these aging tanks are no longer fit for modern combat. As such, the Chinese government has spent billions of dollars on new tank technology during the last 2 decades. This tremendous economic and military effort has turned China into an authentic military superpower. One of the latest Chinese innovations is the Type 99, the third-generation main battle tank that replaced the old Type 88. First introduced in 2001, the 51-ton vehicle is equipped with their ZPT-98 smoothbore gun, heavy machine guns, and other classified assets that give it enough firepower to compete with American and Russian tanks. The Type 99 was further improved with the A variant, making it more powerful and heavy while expanding its armament suite and solidifying it as the PLA's main battle tank alongside the T-96. As part of its ambitious tank replacement program, People's Liberation Army then turned its attention to the outdated Type 62 light tank, developed in the 1960s, to begin preliminary studies for a new and innovative concept design suited for China's geography. The result would be a light, highly mobile tank, perfectly tailored to the Chinese forests, highlands, and humid regions. It was the Type 15 light tank. A new light tank. Chinese personnel with government ties first spotted the Type 15, or ZTQ-15 light tank, in November of 2018. News run certain from Global Times reported that 2 scale models were on display at the National Museum of China as part of a grand exhibition to mark the 40th anniversary of the country's reform. Wei Dongshu, a military analyst, later reported that, quote, "The Type 15 is equipped with a 105mm main gun capable of firing armor-piercing rounds and gun-launched missiles, making its firepower not much inferior to a heavier main battle tank." Although little information had been leaked about China's new light tank, Dongshu pointed out that when compared to the more than 50-ton Type 96 and Type 99 MBTs, the ZBTQ-15 was significantly lighter, weighing about 32 and 35 tons. Other people immediately took to the web to affirm they had spotted Type 15 prototypes painted with naval camouflage at unknown locations across China. Days after the exhibition at the National Museum, the People's Liberation Army officially announced the introduction of the Type 15 to its expanding arsenal of new tanks and gave some details about the armored vehicle. The Chinese military announced the Type 15 was being developed by Norinco, or China North Industries Group Corporation, and was almost ready for deployment with the People's Liberation Army Navy Marine Corps. Also abbreviated as Plan MC in the West, the Type 15s were to be deployed to the Tibetan Plateau, according to a statement released by the Chinese Ministry of Defense. The Black Panther. The Type 15 is also known as the Black Panther and has a length of over 9.2 meters, including its 105mm gun, a width of 3.3 meters, and an approximate height of 2.5 meters. The 105mm rifled gun is compatible with NATO's ammunition of the same caliber and has a range of over 3 kilometers. In addition, it has an automatic bustle-mounted ammunition loading system with 38 rounds. Meanwhile, the spent cases are ejected automatically through a hatch located at the rear of the turret, and the gun is capable of firing different types of shells, such as high-explosive, anti-tank, and armor-piercing rounds. An additional configuration even allows the tank to fire anti-tank guided missiles. The tank's secondary armament comprises a QJT-88 5.8mm coaxial machine gun, a remotely controlled QLZ-04 35mm automatic grenade launcher, and a QJC-88 12.7mm heavy MG. Additionally, the Black Panther is equipped with a laser rangefinder, wind sensor, thermal sights, navigation, and modern fire control systems. The Type 15 also has hunter-killer capabilities that allow the commander to use his panoramic sight to search for hostile targets. Like most Chinese military technology, it has not been tested in actual combat against an opposing force. Engine and armor. The tank's power comes from a 1,000-horsepower electric diesel engine mounted at the rear of the hull, while the transmission is fully automatic. The light tank also features a hydro-pneumatic suspension and adjustable ground clearance for all-terrain capability. Although the standard Type 15 comes with steel tracks, it can be fitted with rubber pads depending on the desired configuration. The maximum range is over 450 kilometers, but it can be increased by adding external fuel tanks, and its estimated top speed is 70 kilometers per hour, but it can vary according to the terrain. The Type 15 is also air-transportable and can be airdropped from several Chinese aircraft. Recently, the Chinese Defense Ministry announced that the innovative Xi'an Y-20 strategic airlifter would be able to carry 2 Type 15 tanks with relative ease. When it comes to armor, the tank features the latest modular add-on armor kits and can use composite, explosive reactive, or passive armor modules. The hull and the turret are reinforced with cage armor to provide additional protection against rockets and missiles. Fit for high altitudes. China's decision to focus on a new light tank after coming up with the successful Type 99 main battle tank is not coincidental. During the last few years, there's been a global trend among the superpowers to shift the importance of heavy tanks towards more agile vehicles. The possibilities of new combat scenarios are headed toward the Pacific, where tanks must be highly maneuverable, quickly deployed, and capable of functioning under tropical terrain and the various altitudes of Eastern Asia. The U.S. Marine Corps has recently deactivated its tank battalions in an effort to concentrate its forces toward dynamic maritime warfare in the Pacific against the North Korean and Chinese threats. It should be no surprise that China decided to develop the Type 15 with similar ideas in mind, especially regarding its political and military tensions with India over its disputed border with them. The South China Morning Post published an article in June of 2020 stating the country had deployed over 15 new Type 15 tanks to the Tibetan Plateau, giving a clearer idea of the unique design features of the light tank. Caleb Larson, a defense journalist from 1945, reported that the Type 15 features, quote, plateau engines, likely optimized for cold, oxygen-poor environments. In addition, the Type 15s had been supplied with oxygen production equipment, probably to ease braking for tank crews, and possibly to ensure enough oxygen is supplied to the tank's engine to support reliability. China's focus on developing a tank that can cover high-altitude regions is directly related to its ongoing feud with India. It's also the reason it's been deploying the tanks with the PLA Tibet Military Command, bolstering a possible combat scenario. Meanwhile, the Xinjiang Military Command has also received the Type 15, securing China's entire west border and getting ready for any potential outcome. Thank you for watching our video. Please like and subscribe to our Doc Documentaries channels to find more exciting historical content. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified of our newest videos. Stay tuned for more.